Morning. So this is the first video from Mybetsmate uploaded to our new YouTube. Excuse me. The purpose of this video is to show you how to use these sets of criteria as I'm scrolling down here, what they all mean, how to apply them, and how to look for your horses. Mybetsmate is designed to help aid the process of looking through the internet and looking at form and looking at the daily newspapers to search every single race and then narrow your selections down through pen and paper, etc. This process is literally just a couple of seconds long. You just select the criteria that you're after, go down and press go. It will then search every race today that's happening, and it will search any horse that meets your criteria, and it will flag it up onto the next page. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through each piece of criteria, what they all mean, how you can apply them. We'll then select a few, press go, and I'll show you on the results screen. It will just help in your selection process, whether you're just doing it for fun, whether you want to do it for betting, whether you're doing it as tipping. It's entirely up to you. Good thing about it is if you just want to use this for one day, Mybetsmate is free all the time. Just download it off the Google Play and off the App Store. Go to the races for the day, apply your criteria that you want, and have a good day. And hopefully it will bring up some horses in your criteria at the event that you'll be at. Alternatively, feel free to use any time. So we'll start at the row top where it says 1 LTO. And 1 LTO is LTO is last time out. 1 is its last race. So basically what we're looking for here is this will search the position of the horse in its last race. So say for example you want to say I want to find any horse that's racing today that came first in its last race. All you would do is on the left box you'd select 1, and on the right box you'd select 1 again. So basically your criteria is going from and to, so from number 1 to number 1. If you want to search every horse that came first, second or third, you would then do number 1 in the left hand box, but number 2 would be, the second box would be number 3. So it would search any horses that came first to third, so it obviously includes second as well. The same applies with 2 LTO. It just means it's the second to last race, but again, same sort of position, same idea applies. And the same goes again for 3 LTO, which is obviously the third from the last race that it ran. So you can select the last 3 races at what the position is. So for example, if a horse was quite consistent in its racing and you think it's going to do well again, then obviously you then want to search possibly, did it come in a place position its last 3 races, and will that help in today's race if it's running or if it's done that criteria. It's quite simple. The next one, number of runners. This is how many runners that you want to select in the race. So if you want to search, I want to search every race that has between 5 and let's say 9 runners, and it will search all the runners in 5 to 9 places. Bear in mind your previous criteria, the LTOs, it's also going to search those in it as well. So if you want to take those out, you can do so by literally going into them and clicking on the 0. And all it's going to do now, by taking that out, it will then just search the number of runners between 5 and 9 runners in a race today. Okay, so we'll just take those out for now. Going, this is the condition that you want to race. So you're looking for, if you want to concentrate on say all weather, you just select, I just want to click on all weather, and it will search all runners in all weather positions today. Bear in mind all these boxes you can mix and match throughout the whole time. You can then go reset, reapply them again as much as you like, so you can search different types of criteria without having to narrow it down, scrap bits of paper, throw them away, etc. The next one is OR, which is the official rating. This is what's set by the British Horse Racing Authority. They rate each horse based on its merits, based on its trainings, based on its previous races, etc. And then they'll apply weightings to those horses. You can then first, basically what it means is in each race, every horse is rated. So say for example one of today's races has 5 runners. One of the ratings of the horse is 100, another one's 80, another one's 75, etc. for example. If you select first, it will find the horse that's most highly rated in each race by the official ratings. Okay. Same applies for speed. This will search for the top speed of any horse. What you can do is you can click I want to find the first means is the first top speed of each horse. If you want to say I want to select the fastest 3 horses in each race, you literally just apply as I've just done there first and then third, and it will do first, second and third. You can go all the way down as far as you like to go, it's entirely up to you. We go to the next one, which is C, D and BF. Now C means it's actually the horse in connection with today would have won on this course before. D would have means it's won at that distance before, that it's racing the same race today. And BF means it's beaten the favourite that's on today. So the favourite that's, so say for example the horse's third favourite, it means it's beating the first favourite at some point on another course. Okay. DSR is days since its last run. Predominantly, normally, unless it's a different season, so you've gone from National Hunt to Flat, Flat to National Hunt, etc. You can select horses that are run from, I don't know, the last month, let's say, so 1 to 30, select it there, 31 if you want to go for a 31-day month, and it will literally find every horse that has run in the last 30 days. Likewise, you can say, well, I don't want to do the first 5 days, so we'll do anything between 5 and 30 days and find all those selections there for you. Class, there are 7 class categories in horse racing. First being the best class, which all the money's at and where the national jockeys, etc. And it goes all the way down to class 4, where you'll get predominantly the most popular jockeys and trainers. 5, 6 and 7 are the more amateurs, but you can actually use those in your criteria as well. The race types, various types of racing. So if you want just to click on handicap, or whether you want to just click on selling, you can select different types of racing if you want. You can actually multiple select as well, just I'll go through it. So you can actually select I want handicap and I want selling, and it will literally just add in separate categories. Let's say you want listed as well. It will then add all those categories and it will just disregard the rest of them for you, okay? And we can then reset that. There we go. So moving on to the next one, which is race type. Sorry, we've just done race type. Let's start again. Moving on to this one's distance. So you can select, you want to find races that have had a distance between anything between 5 furlongs and the Narrow National, which is 4 mile 4 furlongs. You can select what type of distance racing you want to. So if you want to concentrate on speed racing, obviously you want the shorter distances. The shorter distances being anything between 5 furlongs and let's say just over a mile. So we can go to 1 mile, 1 furlong there for you, or you can just change it as much as you like, really. Okay, let's just come out of that. The next one, you can select the weight of the necessary today's racing. Literally, you can select between the two. So you can go from 7 all the way up to as far as you want to go. Okay, quite a simple one, that one. Weight since last. What this actually means is if you've selected a weight, or not as if selected a weight, but if you've selected a horse, say you want to find that it's actually dropped in weight since its last, so they're taking the weights off since its last race, you can then say whether you've gone up or down in weight, or keep it blank if you want to keep it the same. Same with the class. So if a horse runs, say, in a class 4, and it absolutely knocked the socks off the previous selections in that same race, chances are it may be upped in its class and put into a better class race. You can then say whether you want to find those horses selected in those, or alternatively obviously going down. Forecast, this is the betting forecast selected. So first means it's the favourite. So if you want to select the favourite in each race, you literally just select the first. If you want to go for the first 2 favourites, so you go for the first and then you go for the second favourite by selecting first in the left column and second in the right. You can go all the way down. I go to the top 8. I haven't actually got any further. If you want to request further, please do, and I may add it into future updates. Drawn, this is where the horse is drawn on the starting grid of the race. So in a flat race, if it's drawn between, I don't know, the first 9 of the stalls, and chances like hand stands more chance of winning than anything on the outside. Basically, it's almost like athletics. If you draw on the inside, you have stand more of a chance to keep running, etc. Same applies with horse racing. Age, quite simple. You're looking for any horse between, say you want to disregard all new horses, you want to disregard all 2-year-old horses, so you can select from 3-year-olds upwards. If you leave the right hand column blank, what that actually means is that will actually then do any horses from 3 upwards. And the same goes with any other criteria in here. If you just want to go, we'll come to the next one in a minute. I'll come to that one, back to that one with number of tips. Trainer 14, what else is we looking for? Is this looking for the top 6, whatever you want to go to, trainers in the last 14 days. So say, for example, you want to find who is the hottest trainer at the moment, you can say, right, I want to select the first hottest 3 trainers of each race over the last 14 days, and it will find those trainers. Likewise with the next screen with jockey, it will do exactly the same principle. So, if you want to say, for example, Ruby Walsh, another Grand National winner there, if you want to select him, you can actually then just say, right, is he racing today? I want to find the first 3, and I'm sure he'll appear there somewhere over the last 14 days. Number of tips, second to the last column. This is the number of tips that have been tipped by the national press. So every press, the Sun, Express, Mail, etc., they all tip a horse in each race. Say, for example, one horse gets tipped by all those newspapers, then potentially you could have 12 to 15 selections. What that means is they're standing more of a chance than winning. So you can actually say, right, I want to find a horse that's had a minimum of 5 tips on each race, and it will select all those horses that have had that in the last 5 race tips. The final one on the very bottom, sorry, just going back to that one, the last 5 tips. If you were to say, right, I want to select anything that's got a minimum of 5 tips, you just press done there, and you'll see the right hand screen. I've actually left blank on purpose. What that will do is that will search any horses that have been tipped 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and so on, as many times as you like. Okay, by leaving the right hand blank. Last one is the naps. Every national newspaper nap a horse, and that is what they do, is their ultimate one tip of the day. So out of all the races, they say, right, I want to say this one's going to be my tip of the day, basically, based on every course. Right, so if we just select some criteria, so if we say, right, we want to find today's races, any horse that's come first in its last race, we're looking for horses that are ran between, let's say, 5, we'll select 12 runners. We want to find a horse that has ran in its last 30 days, so we just select that accordingly. I want to find anything in the top 4 classes, so I'll do 1 to 4 there, okay. And I want to see whether it's a national tip by the national press as well. If we press go, it will take a while to load. We're talking about 10-15 seconds or so. What that's actually doing is that's actually getting the criteria from the database, searching every single horse in today's races. You've got to bear in mind it can be anything between 5 and 9 courses in a day, and then obviously then you're looking on average around 8 or 9 horses on average per race each day. So it's looking for a number of horses each day, so you've got to bear in mind it will take its time. Hopefully in a second now it will then bring up the results screen in the next page, and that will be your selections based on your criteria that you may want to watch, look, or have a little bet. Here we go. So based on the ones I've just sent, it's come up with 3 races. It's actually come up with 2. It's actually found 2 horses in the same race. So if we look at the top one, so at 5:15 at Windsor, it's saying absolute champion, fits my criteria. So we'll watch that one, have a look at the odds. The odds are currently 11 to 2, so it's quite good. 7-horse race, so you might want to put an each way on that one. And then you've got the other 2 here. 3:45 at Windsor, again an 8-man race. You may want to put a potential Dutch bet on, we'll see. So that's the criteria for today. I hope that's helped. If there's anything else, I will post on another YouTube, or obviously leave feedback through my website, www.mybetsmate.com, on our Facebook page, or send me an email, admin@mybetsmate.com. Thank you very much.